So my name is Alyse Brown. I am a clothing factory owner. I own a facility out in Los Angeles called Alyyo Clothing Company, where we help startup brands, established brands, designers across the board, develop, market, and manufacture clothing. So
beautiful.
that's what I do.
And what advice would you have for designers looking to get into product development, manufacturing, things like that?
I would just say come prepared with a solid idea. Like, manufacturing is no joke. It's like you hire us to do one thing, but it's literally like 12 other companies involved in the process. So I would just say, like, knowing your product, having your product prepared to describe or break down to someone as if they've never seen this product before. And then just like knowing exactly what you want down to the details, colors, labeling, size, everything that you need to like customize your garment. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong. They expect the manufacturer to give that kind of information, but it's your brand. So, just come and prepare with like all the details that you want for this product you're gonna make. It's a big investment. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And what would you say is the most unexpected pro and con about what you do?
Unexpected pro is I kind of feel like sometimes I'm like a drug dealer or in a mafia. It's like real underground secret society in U.S. manufacturers. So sometimes, like, I've even had clients come visit my facility and they're like, "Oh my God, this is like Brazil, but like you got a real operation, but it's for pushing clothes, no drugs." But it's just like that part of it is surprising to me at this point. It's like it's pretty cool, to have that like underground society feel.
And the con?
The con is we work hard. I mean, but that's entrepreneurship. I mean, I think the con is just like it is a lot of moving pieces. Like I said, there's like 12 other partners, sometimes up to 15 other people in the supply chain. So all the moving parts and keeping up with all those moving parts per designer is, it's a lot of work. So you need a team. So, you have to get one.
Absolutely. And for your expert level of design, development, and manufacturing, it gives you the capability to cater to brands, whether they're over or under 100 units. Why was that important to offer to your clients?
That was important to me because I started out as a designer, so I know firsthand like the perspective of both designer and manufacturer and like just what's necessary to like really take off and get off the ground. And you can't come out the gate like just giving it all you got, like with hundreds of pieces if you don't have like the audience there yet. So I think like just understanding that you do have to like crawl before you walk and like being able to support those designers, because I was once a designer myself, has like really been important to me. And just like people that don't have access to the things that we have access to, like I just always want to expose them to what we're doing. So.
And how would you say with current trade and like tariff relations, has that impacted your business at all? And if so, how have you been able to manage the impact?
It has impacted our business in a good way because we are getting a lot of exposure and traffic, and people are actually looking for U.S. manufacturers, which is like kind of like never been a thing. So I think like being a hot commodity right now is like the good part of it. The bad part is inflation. Inflation comes with the political sway of things. So just like the China tariffs and all those things are going up, like so are the vendors. Like everybody else is following suit. Everybody in every part of our industry has had some type of increase. So just the costs that come associated with that when U.S. manufacturing already has a stigma for having higher costs, and then implementing more higher costs and then slowing down the supply chain, those things can be difficult. But we just keep pushing through. We just, we have a solid network of manufacturers, developers, vendors. So we just like stay close to our network and just really try to keep in contact with them on a regular basis so that we're all helping each other.
Beautiful. And I know you mentioned you started off as a designer. What made you make that switch into manufacturing?
I had a collection that did really well. I sold out of it, and then I was like, I don't want to keep giving these people nothing. Like I feel like being a designer is not designing for yourself. It's designing for people that you want to buy your product. And I think like that's the misconception that I went to it under, thinking that I was gonna build my wardrobe off of my clothing line. No, I had to figure out what my niche was and like really find my clientele. And once I did, I was just like, I'm not that interested in like giving you the latest design. Like I like the process of it. I like, you know, the moving parts. I think I'm half creative, half business. So I like, you know, being able to solve a problem and create a solution more than I like being a designer.
Makes sense. So where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
In the next 5 years, I see myself on in multiple locations. I have 2 currently. So we have the fulfillment center, and we have our manufacturing side of things. So basically, I want to expand into a school next. I want to educate. I want to create jobs. I want to offer job training. I want to offer skill training. And just like really like help like the communities that I came from like acquire the skills that are needed to become these bigger designer brands that they all admire.
Beautiful. Yeah. And how can we support you as a community?
Just, you know, I feel like everybody, especially in Michigan and Detroit, it's a lot of creative people. So if somebody's like working on a clothing brand, like just tell them like you know somebody. You don't even gotta know the brand. Just tell them you know somebody from Detroit that can help them, because we really are about like diversifying like everything that we're doing, educating, and you know just strengthening the community with creative entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah. Well, thank you. We appreciate you.
I appreciate you guys for having me.
Of course. Well, that is Alyse, everybody.
All right.